put among the snitchers, pimps, rats, who would sell their soul to evade a long-term prison term. The biography is written by Peter Pegel and Sean Newman, and to give us more information, we're joined in studio by Glenn AGLIOTTI himself. Good to have you, Glenn. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leah.
Good.
Thank you.
How are things going?
All good. Thank
Are they
you.
all good?
Yes, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the reaction to this book?
I think it's been a mixed reaction, more positive than negative, which is good. But you know, everybody invites a negative as well, because people have their own opinions, obviously, of the book.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, let's talk about the opinions of the book. We're going to get to the book now, because
Sure.
I mean, I'll get this out the way up front. I mean, I put it out on Twitter that we're going to be talking to you, and already people are like saying, how can you do this? Why do you want to talk to Glenn?
Sure.
Are you being paid to talk to Glenn? And I mean, that's not the case, but there is negativity when it comes to why should we read about your life?
There is. Firstly, I want to clear the air by saying that I gain nothing monetarily from the book. That's the most important thing. The book was basically, I wanted to do the book to clear the air and put across my side of the story and what I lived through with my family, which is important for me. And, you know, I lived it, where the other books that have been written were all in the third-party type situation. And I think it was important for me to, not to clear my name. You know, people have mixed opinions and about me, which is understandable. They have an opinion. But more importantly, I wanted people to understand what I'd lived through and my family.
Yeah.
And that's why I did the book.
Yeah. When you say you gain nothing from the sales of the book, what do you mean by that? Where does the money go?
Well, the money goes to the authors, Sean Newman and Peter Pegel, who did a sterling job, in my opinion. And they gain from the book.
Okay, so they gain entirely from this book.
Yeah.
So there were newspaper articles coming out yesterday, basically. So you saw that, eh?
Yes,
just talking about, you know, you're basically funding the underworld by buying into this book.
Absolutely.
And that's not what you want. That's not
No,
what
not
the
at all.
idea
You know
is.
what? And Leanne, I'm not there to clear my name. All I wanted to really was just give my side of the story, and then for people to make up their own minds. Really.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this book, and let's talk about your family, because I think that's one of the main cruxes in this book is what your family went through during this period.
Yes.
What kind of strain did you and your family go through?
Well, it was very intense. Understand the bad publicity we had through the press from early 2006, and then the arrest. Well, first the search and seizure in September of 2006. Then the arrest in 2006 as well, November, 6 days before my, I think it was 6 days, before my 50th birthday. Then I was in jail for a month, then came out on bail. We didn't know if we were going to get bail. So this all compounded, and it was very stressful. The press, you know, the bad press, and rightfully so at the time, just compounded. And then the rearrest, under house arrest, I came out on bail, was placed under house arrest for 4 years. I was rearrested under house arrest for the drug matter.
Yeah.
And then I had to face the Celebi trial, then the armed robbery, and then the SARS issue. So, there was just so much that the family had to endure, and was very, very difficult on all of them.
Yeah.
Thank God that I had a fantastic wife, in-laws, family, my daughter, and just they stood by me, and that was very, very difficult for them.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about your children. You've got 4 children.
No, 3.
You got 3 children.
Yes.
I beg your pardon. 3 children,
yeah.
And in the book you actually interview your daughter. Your daughter is quite a big part of this book.
Absolutely.
What did she go through? Just your daughter's perspective.
Kiara, who's very dynamic. She's 24 years old. At the time, she was at school. It was very difficult for her to have gone through what she did, because kids can be very ugly, as you know, and controversial. So she had to endure that, and then 10 days before her 18th birthday, we had the horrific armed robbery. She endured that, and then still had to write matric, which she did successfully with 6 distinctions. I was very proud of her, and she's just an amazing person, really.
Yeah.
And then I've got the 2 5- and 4-year-old, Mateo and Capri.
Okay. All right, Glenn, we're going to take a break. We're going to continue this conversation in a short while. But after this, we'll talk more about Glenn's family and also that relationship with Jackie Celebi. Stay